with anyone else. This is the first time I'll be sharing this story with someone. And then I'm glad that I got the chance to share this story. And I also thank AUW for giving me the chance. So when I was a child, unlike my other sisters and my friends, I was not like a girlish. I did not speak slowly or, with soft voice or be a delicate. And I did not like to wear jewelries. This is the rare case, you will get to see me. So I did not like all these things. I did not like to see my brothers protecting me, or I did not want my brothers to accompany me when I'm going to somewhere to buy something. So I wanted to be my own man, my own woman. So it was not appreciated in a country like Pakistan, of course, and also in a country, in a place like Chitral, where I'm from. My mother was worried that who will marry you? I mean, like, look at your hands, they're so big. Look at your body. Like, you don't fit in that womanhood, which, our society has a conventional thinking about women, being delicate, speaking softly, and then, having all those attitudes. I did not have all those. So in my school also, when someone would tease my friends, and they would call me, and I would go and beat that boy, and I would, fight with that person. And then I would go and play with those boys and do all these things which my other sisters and friends did not do. That's why I was not appreciated in the society. And I was always the topic of joke. And my brothers would like, come here, and we want to make your hair more, girlish, and then, put some clips, something there to make you look beautiful. But then when I entered AUW, there was a U-turn in my life. So on the second day of my AUW life, I went to the gym for my karate class, as it's mandatory for the first-year student. I went to the class, and then there was this karate class going on. So mistakenly, someone hit me. And then, because we do the karate practice, so after the class, when we had the boxing class again, so I was using all my power and beating. And then when the ma'am saw me, our karate class ma'am, so she said, Karima, come to my office. So she called me to her office, and then she said, Karima, listen, you have this energy, and I never get tired. Even I'm that robot who will, walk here and there for the whole day, and I will not get tired. So she said, you have this energy, and we need to channelize it to make you the best version of yourself. So she said, why don't you join our volleyball team? So do you play volleyball? And I said, back when I was in class 5, I used to play, but then after the result of that is these big hands, so I don't want to, again play volleyball because they will be much bigger. And then she said, no, come to the volleyball class. I said, okay, I'll come. So then after 20 days of practice, I became the youngest volleyball player of my university team. And after practice of 3 months, I got selected to play for Bangladesh against Pakistan in Dubai. So I was again the youngest player in that team. So we had students who had played for 8 to 9 years, but then I got selected for that. So I got the opportunity to represent my host country, despite the fact that we had that history of the liberation war and everything. And then when I saw Bangladeshi people cheering up for me, and then all the newspapers coming to me and taking interviews and saying, how do you feel about representing your host country? There was a great experience. It's all due to AUW. Then comes the diversity of AUW. So I have gained much more from AUW, so I'll be talking more about all those things. So when I came to AUW, I got the chance to talk to an Indian person about Kashmir issue without fighting, without, violating any rules. I got the chance to talk to a Bangladeshi person about the 1971 liberation war without getting hurt from each other. And I also got the chance to, to play Diwali, to, play this other celebrations like Halloween and Lunar Year. I used to celebrate Victory Day, and then we used to, I used to get all the Bangladeshi clothes and used to wear on the same day. These things we don't get to see in this world. And I guess if we accept each other the way we are, and then if we respect, so we AUWians, we don't believe in tolerance, of tolerating each other's religion and each other's country point of views. We believe in mutual respect. Because when you talk about tolerance, you are like, okay, you are wrong, but I'm accepting you. No, we talk about mutual respect. So that's what I got from AUW, and I can talk, for hours and hours about my story and about AUW, but due to the shortage of time, but I will tell you about my future plans. So in future, I want to do a lot of things. The first thing is that documentary making. I want to be a documentary maker. The second thing is that I want to open early childhood development centers in Chitral, in Pakistan, and around the world. And I'm sure that after 10 years, your kids will join my school, and that will be the best school in the world. Because I believe that every child needs to be understood. Because if we will not understand a child, then we will be forcing a fish to climb trees, and that they cannot be the best version of themselves. If my parents would understand me the way AW understood me, I would have been the best wrestler in the world, and I would have been gone to Olympics, and I would have been an international player. Although I am already, but then I would be much better. That's why I will open an ECD center everywhere, and I will also would like to study child psychology, because if you want to open something for children, you need to study their psychology. Otherwise, money is not everything. You can just not give money to everyone, to a person and say, okay, go and study. No, we need to just first their psychology. That's how we can open a school which will fit them. So this was my story, and I'm open to any kind of questions and also compliments if you want to give. So thank you so much. Thank you, AUW. Thank you, Aqaf. I loved Kuwait, and I loved the hospitality, and I loved everything.
Thank you, Karima. Thank you. I think we're going to hold the question for the next 10 minutes for everyone to ask questions, not now. But my question is, if you have the chance, someone gave you the chance to change one thing that you did before or something happened before, what should this thing be?
Okay, change about myself, in my personality, or in the world?
I mean, no. Something related to you, your story, something you chose before.
Okay, so as I told you that, up to class 5, I used to play, and that's why I got these muscles and everything which were not accepted in my society. But then after class 7, I joined a school that's in the international school, Aga Khan Higher Secondary School, Chitral, and it's really tough to go there. And then the board is also Aga Khan University Examination Board. So for that, I had to study a lot, because that board is number 1st in Asia with e-marking and number 4th in the world. So it's really tough. So, and I was not a studious girl, but I was more interested in sports. But then when I went there, I quit everything. So I got detached from all the world and everything, and I studied for 5 years. So I think if I would get the chance again, I would not, although I'm grateful for that school, and that's how I became critical and everything, but I believe that I would join any coaching center, and I would practice wrestling or volleyball, and then I would have been, as I said, the best wrestler in the world, because I believe that I have the capacity. Still I can be, but I need to change the world and then my own area, so I can't afford now to be.
Great. I think you're doing a great job also. Thank you very much. Karima, now we go to Afghanistan again with Fariba K1. Hello. How are you?
Hello, thank you.
Thank you very much. خلينا أكلمكم يا جماعة أول شيء عن فريبة، متخصصة في مجال العلوم السياسية والفلسفة والاقتصاد، مهتمة جدا في المجال الإعلامي، وتترأس نادي إعلامي يقدم دورات تدريبية في هذا المجال. So you're into mass communication, right? You like media?
Yes.
You want to compete with me?
Sure.
No, say no, say no.
Sure.
Sure, cool. Now يا جماعة راح نسمع من فريبة طبعا خبرتها وفي مجالها وفي الجامعة اللي كانت فيها. All yours.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Dear brothers and sisters, good evening. Firstly, I would like to thank the Crown Prince, His Highness Nawaf Al Sabah, Mr. Muhammad Al Jama, and all representatives of the Awqaf Public Foundation, our AUW founder, Mr. Kamal Ahmed, our kind Vice Chancellor, Ms. Nirvala Ji. And thank you for inviting us to such great philanthropic event. I'm Friba Kaiwan from Afghanistan. I want to talk about how did I come to AEW and why did I choose AEW. During the first half of my life, my family lived in Iran and Pakistan as refugees. We faced many challenges, and financial challenges was only one of them. I was the eldest of 7 sisters, and I was supposed to take care of their education. But as being refugee, we were not able to go to school. However, my mother dressed me as a boy my mother dressed me in a male dress to look as a boy and be able to go to school. But I'm sad that my younger sisters could not go to school there. My mother was usually talking about her education, that how she was forced to leave school and she was forced to not to go to school during the Soviet Union invasion of Afghanistan. This is how millions of Afghan women were behind education and they did not get the chance to go to school. Later on, when we heard about the fall of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan, we came back to Afghanistan. And my mother was eager to send us to school. And she sent us to school and English language centers. I was 10th grade that I was able to teach English. And later on, I met Masuma Ahmadi, who is a graduate of Asian University for Women, and now she is mastering in Duke University. By her, I was inspired about AEW and the mission of AEW, which is educating and empowering women. Coming to AUW, Asian University for Women, was the first time that my education got precedence over the other challenges as an Afghan woman and Asian woman. The comfort and environment of being able to focus 100% on my education for the first time was as shocking as studying among the people who are thirsty of quality education and being able to study in classrooms with the people with different religions. Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, and Christians. This blend of students who follow several religions and come from different parts of the world created an inspiring environment to promote a mutual understanding and tolerance and diversity. I majored in PPE, Politics, Philosophy, and Economics in AUW, and this gave me the opportunity and the privilege to study and research about the history of my country and the problems that why my country faces. Studying politics, philosophy, and economics, I got to understand the religious and cultural practices, the indigenous people identity, the politics, and the globalization of today. This is how I grew up, the passion to become a broadcast journalist in the future that will enable me to be a valid source of information and create a transparent environment in my country. More importantly, to bridge the gap between the people and the government. Besides studying in a liberal art program with the benefit of exploring an era through the lenses of different disciplines, like political science, history, anthropology, sociology, helps me to identify my weaknesses and strengths. I also do a minor in development studies. In studying development studies in my university, I got to understand that how development projects and NGOs failed their projects, not only having the women participation, and they did not include women in their projects. As a result of studying at AUW, I'm more confident, educated, and more of a leader for my future and my country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. إذا تسمحوا لي يا جماعة, I want to give a big hand for AUW students. I think you have a great, mashallah, public speaking skills, all of you guys. So I think you should invest in that. Please, do that. Now, if you excuse me, I want you to listen to a different story. Everyone, you should listen to a different story, different perspective. I'm glad tonight to meet with ندى الأهدل. مرحبا. صوت شغال ولا تبين المايك مالي؟ لا؟ أنا أحتاج أوقف بعد إذنكم.
اي معك.
وين ندى؟ مرحبا. صوت شغال؟
بعيد شوية.
ما يخالف. سمعت الكثير من القصص وصدف ان في يوم من الايام وصلتني فيديوهات وبعض المقابلات وكنت اسال واقول يعني اتوقع انا ما ادري والله ما شاء الله عسى الله يحفظك ويبارك فيك. اتوقع انا في مثل العمر اللي انت فيه حاليا يعني زين كنت اقول ابي غدا، لكن لا اله الا الله طريقه التعبير وطريقه ايصال المعلومه بصدق شفتها بكل الشغلات اللي كانت من ضمن الاشياء اللي شفتها. لا تشوفي نفسك علي عشان بسولف وياك. لا لا انا الحين ابي اعرف شويه عن نفسك. اذا تبين مايك اسهل لك اعطيك. اوكي حاضر.
بيكون افضل.
حاضر. شكرا لك. ما قصرت.
اوكي.
اذا من جمهوريه اليمن ندى الاهدل، اللي ما يعرفها راح اقول له معلومتين وانا ودي اسالك سؤالين وانت تجاوبيني. طالبه في المرحله المتوسطه، معروفه جدا في مجالك في حقوق الطفل. كانت هناك قصه خلتك في يوم من الايام تتجهين وتحسين ان عليك مسؤوليه في هذا المجال، صح ولا لا؟ ممكن نعرف القصه قبل ما ندش في الموضوع؟ لكن اي صح، انا اسف ندى، انا كان مطلوب مني مخالف، هو يعني نبهوني الشباب اني اعرض فيديو. في فيديو ممكن يعاد مره ثانيه؟ حلو ممتاز، شكرا مكسر. ندى اسمحي لي.
لا
بس هذا من الحماس يسمونه.
لا عادي.
في فيديو مسوينه الطالبات، طالبات جامعه AUW، ودهم يشاركونكم فيه. عجيب، شكرا يا جماعه. انا اعتذر اني ما عرضت الفيديو قبل ما ندش الى ندى، فانا كنا امون عليكم. I'm sorry for this mistake. It was my mistake.